So here we are at the Nihonbashi Tokyo American Club, the first satellite club of the Tokyo American Club in its 93 years of existence. And who I have with me is one of my best friends. I mean, I've had him as a friend ever since I've been a part of the club. His name is Antonio.
Hi.
And he's over F&B at this club, and he is going to give me a tour of it. And after we go through it, I'm sure those of you that can and those of you that have offices and businesses around this area are going to want to join this club. If anyone wants to be a part of this and come and see this club, just message me.
Welcome to Nihonbashi. Let's go.
Right, let's do this.
So this is our main reception area. That's where our receptionist will greet you every time you come. We open this club from 6 in the morning all the way till 11 when things are better. At this moment, we're actually closing by 9, as the same as Asabudai is doing.
Because I believe we're going into a state of emergency, aren't we?
Yeah, well, we're still waiting for the final instructions from the government, or the guidance from the government.
But
yes.
Osaka already has,
Yes,
hasn't it?
yes.
Right?
So they say that we'll probably announce it later on today.
Right.
So we will have to probably change again our operational hours based on that.
Now, Antonio, people won't know what I know you have on your mask now, but that won't be forever. So what do you look like without your mask?
There you go.
This is Antonio without his mask.
Yes, at your service.
At your service. This is Antonio.
Yes, hi.
There we go.
Here at Nihonbashi or in Asabudai, you let me know how can I help you, and I will be happy to do it. Thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic.
So yeah, we're in the main reception where you can meet your guests. And once again, one of the great things about this club is the amount of thought that was put together to make sure this location was developed for the members' enjoyment and for definitely the guest enjoyment. You can see that everything have a reason to be in the club. In this area that we are, you can see basically the lamps that you see in the ceiling. It means rain falling, and actually you can see the water droppings on the water that we have in the carpets. The idea of under all this design in the club is actually the journey who took us all the way to Nihonbashi. As Mr. Lee was saying, we've been open for over 93 years, and this is the first time that we have a satellite location. So the Nihonbashi committee put together a lot of thought to make sure that everything in this club have a reason to be here.
Wow.
We can go a little bit about art in a second. At the moment, we are going to walk into the fitness center, where you're going to be able to see the facilities that we put together for our members.
There we go.
Yeah. Hi, morning.
All right.
Morning. Our fitness center team.
Right.
Yeah, you can see that the facility is up to the standards of what the American club.
Oh, these are new. What are these? Oh, these are techno gym. Okay.
Yeah, techno gyms.
Because we had pre-core in the other.
Yes.
Pre-core in the other one. Okay.
Yes. So we have pre-core. All the machines are actually pre-core, but these ones are techno gym. Of course, all the equipment, everything put in this gym was either requested or suggested to the committee, and they decided to put all the equipment that they feel that the members will definitely enjoy using. So we have also light fitness, and of course we have a nice weight area where we allow members to do their weights. Yeah.
There's more space here.
Yes.
And you have pre-weights too.
Yes. And as you may be aware, the Mitsui Fudosan headquarters in this building.
Right.
So basically they have access to Nihonbashi because they're based here. Right. And trying to make sure we put all the information people need in the website. So this specific piece of art is actually created by a Japanese artist who is 90 years old, who lives in New York. And what is very particular about this piece is that he was created with boxing gloves. So he painted boxing, and you can see that actually. And once again, he have many different pieces of art, but this one in the fitness center was put together here for that reason. The stone was brought in for this building, for this location, so that's one of the things. All these books tells you the story behind the pieces of art that we have within the club. For example, the one I just showed you is from this artist. And this is how he looked like today.
Wow.
But if you want to see when he was actually younger and doing paint, that one actually that I show you, it's recently, it's 2011, so it's not really that old. But this is how he looked when he was an artist, young in the U.S. and
wow. Okay.
So all these books are
About all the art we have
about
in
all
the
the
club.
artists that we actually use within the club.
Wow.
Painting is from 2011, and the idea is that it's the celebration of 100 years anniversary of Mitsukoshi, once again owned by Mitsui. But what they put together in this piece is actually, you can see different ages, different times. Like, so you can see the taxi over here and the cars over here, but then also you can see the Edo style cars
Rickshaw
moving,
and everything,
rickshaws and people coming straight from the river up to the market. And so welcome to the main bar.
Wow. You have all this wine
So we
selection on the
brought
side.
some of wines from our private stock in the cellar. Plus, we brought some. We actually created a new wine list that include now a big selection of Japanese wines. Being in Nihonbashi gives us the opportunity to kind of make that fusion between the American wines and the selection of wines that we have in Asabudai. Plus, we want to start bringing more exotic Japanese wines, and nowadays are actually can find really good ones. So the bar, same as the restaurant that we're going to be walking into, we open at 7 and we open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow.
Okay?
Fantastic.
So as soon as you walk into the bar and then you take your ride, you can see the pictures, and this was actually a really well done job made again by the members.
Right.
Trying to feature pictures from many different angles of our
Yes,
club.
right.
So you can see Asabudai from the beginning,
Right.
where in the old building, the old recreation building. I'm sure you remember that building quite well, as I do.
Right.
And then some of the peak parties that we have been hosting or were able to host in Asabudai in the recent years.
Right.
The first of the oldest pictures that we can find of the American club in Marunouchi, around 1920s.
That's right.
That's the picture right over there.
That was our staircase.
The staircase in Asabudai, where we'll take you to the top of TAC.
Right. That's the Genkan Gallery.
Genkan Gallery. So that's the
Logan
Logan
Room.
Room.
Logan, yeah.
And before Vineyards, or no, this one was Garden Cafe.
No, that was never, because the vineyards is on this
Yeah,
side.
so Garden Cafe.
Yeah, Garden Cafe right down there.
Exactly. The banquet, you remember the whole.
Yeah, that's the top of town.
Yeah, the top of TAC.
Top of town.
Takanawa.
Takanawa, yep.
And then we go back to
Back to
Asabudai,
town,
and
Asabudai.
then
That's some
basically,
event. Some
a big event
yeah.
in Asabudai. Yeah. Turn around, and then we are in the
right.
magnificent bar that we put together for.
And our restaurants in the background.
And the American Room is in the other back. So
yeah.
we're gonna go this way.
Okay.
But then we have over 200 different bottles. So
Spirits,
an amazing selection of spirits. Once again, trying to combine the best of the American whiskeys and bourbons and things like that, but also incorporating now the Japanese gins, the Japanese whiskeys, the Japanese any spirit that we can find interested to bring in, we actually doing so. And then in this area and in the bar we don't take reservations. So basically this is a walk-in space where members can work, they can use their computers, they can use their cell phones, and this area.
Nice.
After this structure is basically the American Room where people will have a full dining experience. I want to make sure I let you another piece that I really like to share with members is
parquet floor.
The floor actually. The patterns are very characteristic of Edo period in Japan.
Okay.
So you can see the hexagons are actually around the floor, and that represent also a little bit of going back to the roots, Nihonbashi, Edo, etc., etc.
Okay.
So the artists who put this together wanted to make sure that gets represented in this, and then you can see that actually that followed through the carpet, but not to keep it like that only. Then he created this structure or this piece of art, and the idea is basically a 3D representation of the hexagons
and
from
you're going to
Edo.
put more
So
artifacts in there
four
eventually.
more things coming, few more things coming, but then the ceiling that you see is actually American walnut wood.
Okay.
It was brought in from the U.S. So the idea is basically that you have this combination of two cultures with the Japanese pattern in the floor going closer to the American wood in ceiling thanks to this structure.
Nice. This is fantastic. Oh,
This
you have
is-
pillows in here.
Yeah,
pillows,
you do have
pillows in the
yes,
in the area.
Some members too. Unfortunately, yes, we live in this area that now we had to have partitions and tables.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
So that's what it is. This is a beautiful table that we have here in the main dining. We accommodate 6 people maximum at this moment, and it very remind me a lot about the chef table.
It is
without being
exactly
in
the
the
chef
kitchen,
table,
but,
exactly.
but it is similar.
It's
to
not as
that.
wide, but it's just same material.
In the American Room, we have our own private room,
Okay.
and it's here. These accommodate in a regular situation 10 people.
Okay.
At this moment, we only
Whoa.
we limited to 6.
That's really changed. LA is different than when I grew up there.
So going back to the room, then you have a beautiful view of the Nihonbashi crossing right here. Aside I have the Tokyo Tower. We have Sky Tree right over here.
That's it?
No, we do have one more space. You want to stop?
Sure, yeah, sure.
Then you want to stop by the kitchen, Mr. Lee?
Sure,
Let's
I'd
go
love
to the kitchen.
I would love to. I like the back of the house.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do.
I love the back of the house. You know, I spent most of my time there.
They're in a briefing right now, but we can walk in. We can walk. They're in the morning briefing before lunch starts. They're actually just getting updated.
Really good too.
You can come
Okay.
It's actually a very nice design kitchen. It's actually very spacious and
It is.
yes. So now they're passing the information between breakfast and lunch, and we open lunch at 11. So this is basically the back of the house for the offices.
Okay.
Then we do have a separate room that we put together for this club that will be able to be used by members, which is called the VIP room. We call it the 1673. And
Why
the name,
1673?
The name of that is related to the year Mitsui opened business in Tokyo. So the first
1673.
1673.
Wow.
That's the first business when they opened business here in Tokyo. So they have
the Mitsui family.
Mitsui family. So basically, this is also again being designed by the committee.
Okay.
And you have a VIP room that will allow in normal situations 16 people.
16.
You have to reserve it,
That's
but
all.
because this is the VIP room from Mitsui. Mitsui actually, I was not really aware, but Mitsui have several of these VIP rooms throughout the city.
Okay.
One of them is in Hibiya, and basically what they do, they operate it for exclusive dinners or lunch when they have a pretty important meetings.
Right.
So we actually following the rules of those VIP meeting rooms that they have throughout the city. So, for example, they have 3 different set menus that will be, talking about food only, will be 15, 20, and 30,000 yen per person.
Okay.
15, 20, and 30,000 yen per person. Their room have a charge. So it's around 35,000 yen for dinner time to rent the room.
That's it.
Yes. So 30,000 yen for the food.
And then you have to at least have one of those sets. Okay.
Exactly. You have to have one of those sets.
So what would the total be, minimum?
For example, for
For
4
the
people,
minimum price, let's say you
around
do the-
300,000 yen.
That's the minimum you can get this room.
Yes, sir.
And for how much time? For 300,000?
2 hours.
You'd only have 2 hours for
Well,
300,000.
we can do 3 hours basically, but because we're closing early this time, you have to start your reservation quite early.
So the minimum you can do this room is for 300,000.
Yes, sir. Let's
and
say
that will
3
give you
hours.
2 hours or maybe 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Got you. And you can only bring max.
6 people. So 5 guests,
6 people.
including the members, 6.
Okay.
Yes.
6.
So the tricky part of that is because once again, this is a Mitsui VIP room. Members have a window of 2 weeks to book. We have, of course, microphones for video calls or video conference, and you can actually have your individual microphones on the table. These 2 pieces of art were actually commissioned for this room.
Okay.
They were made for this room. And then you can also see some of the patterns coming back from the main room.
Right.
Before we go out of the VIP, I want to make sure I show you this one. So this one is a donation from Mitsui. It's a piece of art that represents Echigoya, which is the first Mitsui business that they actually opened in Tokyo, the one that we just say, 1763. And it's basically Nihonbashi. So in this picture, actually, they own the original picture. To do this donation, they actually took it out of the museum and created a copy of it and donated to the club. So over here, you can see the palace right here in the back, and of course, you see Fuji.
Fuji,
Yeah, also on the top. So this is what Nihonbashi used to look like. The description is there, and the original piece of this painting.
Place we're going to now. This is something that a lot of the members aren't aware of, but we have a patio terrace in this
Inside the building.
inside the building that we can use
Yes.
for this satellite club that we have. So Antonio's about to take me into this. I'm going to see what this looks like. I mean, this is just beautiful. I've already been out there, but we're going to see it again. Here we go. All right.
So we are now in what they call MOT Park, and it's basically
MOT Park, which
yes.
stands for Mitsui
office of
Mitsui
tomorrow.
office for tomorrow.
For tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
And then
right.
basically what it is a space for the staff of this building
Right.
to enjoy lunch or meetings or have a private space basically
Right.
to have a sit down at the moment, because it's before breakfast. You can see it's not that busy, but then during lunchtime you get a little bit crowded. There's a lot of action here, and the idea is that members also will be able to access these spaces. The only thing they need to do, they will need to stop by the main reception in the club and ask for the Mitsui card. And we will lend 2 cards per membership, and you should be you have access to all these facilities. You can have meetings here. You can actually work here. You can eat something here, and you may be able to actually even find some.
Now there's no
having
food.
breaks.
There's no food
There's
served here.
there's
You
no
have to
food
bring
served.
your
You
own
have to
food
bring
here.
your own food. Yes.
But you can bring your food here. That's
Yes, it's
fantastic.
basically an office break room. But then the great thing is the addition of the terrace. So they also have a beautiful terrace in the middle of the city that you actually will be able to enjoy.
Wow, this is just
Yeah,
wonderful.
it's
Look at
beautiful.
this.
It's beautiful. So
Look
the
at
club
this.
is actually right there.
Whoa,
That's
this is the
gym.
club right up here, right up there. That's the
You
gym.
can see the machines in there.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
And then this is space basically also available for members just to.
This all these couches
Sit down.
out here. You have
Yes.
couches out here. You can sit out here and a lamp on the side. So in the times when we can stay a little bit later, you can stay out here until the evening.
Yes.
And it will still be beautiful. On a day like today,
Definitely
Nice
having
and
lunch
cool.
here today.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, you see there's a terrace across the way too.
Yes.
Everyone, Mitsui has terraces on all of their buildings.
Yeah, exactly. That's the Mitsui
Yeah.
Garden Hotel.
Yeah, that's where I was down
That
in
was
the
you
bottom
early
of
there?
that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
That's
thinking that I couldn't.
So all this space and at this moment, as you can see, it's basically for you.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
no one here.
Well, I'm cherishing this moment because I don't think it's going to be like this for long.
Yes.
Pretty
yes.
soon, this place is
Yeah,
going to
the
be.
weather is
Right.
improving fast.
It
I
is.
believe this place is gonna be
It
busy every day.
Okay,
And that's the American room right there. That's the tables of the American room.
that's the American room right up here. Yeah, it's just up there. That's the
And then
6th floor.
We find a lot of our visitors, our members now coming to Nihonbashi. They, like you were saying before, are members who either live around here or work around here, and then now they have a space to meet their wife for lunch or early dinner after work. And we actually found members who work actually in this building. We have members walking around around many of these buildings, that when they come to the American room, they realize, oh, my office is next door. I can
That's
see
right.
my office.
That's right.
So we do have a repeated number of members actually doing those kind of comments. They say, it's such a convenient place. We cover parking for our members. So if a member come and need to use the parking in this building, we also covering that.
That's right.
As a part
for 4
of the deal.
hours. For
Yeah,
4
4
hours.
hours.
Right?
4
4
hours.
hours.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, in the middle of the city.
Tell me about it.
Yes.
This is wonderful.
And also the building itself have access to the subway. So we have the subway station down in B1 in the
So you
in
can
the
actually
basement.
come here in.
straight
come
from
straight out.
the subway. You don't actually have to get out to the street.
Wow.
The subway, the station is Mitsukoshima.
Okay.
Mitsukoshima is the
And
one
then,
that we have
and
down.
then you'll come right on up
Yeah,
into
you come right up.
into which building?
This is Mitsui Terrace.
Okay.
Yes.
So they'll see the sign down
Yes. And then we also now, as I was saying before, we're actually increasing the number of signs that says Tokyo American Club